Everybody. So with this video, instead of having you watch that overview, I figured I would take the opportunity when we start this new unit and at the changeover of the quarters to kind of emphasize the things and kind of take a look at where we've been and how far you've come and where we're headed. So let's take a look. So we started out with our course onboarding and system foundations. The biggest part of that unit, file management. So I am going to be assessing you on file management in the next week or so. So hopefully you're still employing and using those file management best practices. Namely, you are making sure you save all of your files, make sure you're saving them in a structured location, folders, the folder structure that we're using online. Make sure that when you name your files, you're naming them descriptively. And then if you have similar files that kind of are similar, you kind of have a standard way of naming them. So I'll be taking a look at that shortly. So then we finished, then we started the common features unit, the one where we kind of take a look at what is the same in all of these different applications. Things like templates, which you guys did. That was your first online assignment. You guys did a fantastic job of that. Different ways of viewing the applications, how to navigate within each of the applications, and using some of those keyboard shortcuts to make that more efficient and effective. All the things that are the same in terms of printing and saving, or similar, I should say. So once we finished up that unit, we started our first official all entirely online unit, the Computer Systems for Consumers unit. So the whole point of that unit is really this last option right here. What computer is best for you? So being able to learn about operating systems and understand how that affects a computer, learning the different types of options that are out there for computers, learning about the different components of a computer. What are the internal components, things that you don't really see, like the processor or the RAM, or things that, like having a trackpad or a mouse or a camera, speakers, things like that. And hopefully now when you look at an ad, you can understand what all of those individual specifications mean and how it would affect you if you decided to buy that particular computer. All right, so now we're getting ready to start the 3 separate units, focusing just on Excel, focusing just on Word and just on PowerPoint. We're going to focus on what is different, what makes Excel a spreadsheet and not just a word processor. So with Excel, we're going to focus mostly on formulas and calculations, make sure we're using graphing. We won't be able to do import-export with the online Excel, but we will be doing the graphing components of it as well. And then with Word, we're going to take a look at more things that are sort of related to research papers, features that make your doing a research paper a lot easier. Things that are just going to make it easier to manage a longer type of document. Using tables, columns, different formatting things. And then finally, we'll focus on PowerPoint. Now, the idea with PowerPoint is we want to make you good at PowerPoint so that you don't torture your classmates and your teachers. So we want to take a look at what are some of the characteristics of effective PowerPoints and using the different features of the software that are going to help you become effective at designing them and laying out the actual slides, and then using the features like the movement and avoiding all those PowerPoint sins. So at this point, like I said, change of the quarter, it's a good idea to kind of go over your course competencies again. Now you have only application skills. That's that big heavy hitter, but we've only had one so far. I think we've only had one so far. So if you didn't get a good score on that, that might be a problem. However, we are going to be having mostly POSs or proof of skills in this upcoming. All the work we've been doing has been like foundation work. Now we're going to go ahead and start to kind of put it and take it to the next level, and that's where you'll be getting at least 3, maybe 4 more summative assessments this quarter coming up. So let's go back to Excel. Let's take a look at Excel's goal sheet for this unit. Now, if you have a chance to, go ahead and print this out and put it in a folder. If you have a folder for this class, you definitely want to be able to kind of have reference for this and some other notes as well. So taking a look at this, 3 key areas: formatting specific to Excel, formulas specific to Excel, and graphing specific to Excel. What are some of the things that we're going to take a look at? Let's zoom in a little bit. So formatting. What are some of the things that make Excel formatting a little different than generic formatting? That's going to be things like formatting the contents of a cell, formatting the actual cell itself with fills and wraps and borders and things like that. Conditional formatting. I'm not sure if that's available in the online version, but we'll find out. Paste special is a great feature that we'll be using to be able to kind of do some special types of pasting. And if we take a look at the formulas and the graphing, mostly with formulas, we want to make sure that you can build a formula from scratch, one, or you can use a function formula. That's one that's sort of already built for you that might be more complex. Using cell references, formulas with cell references, that's going to be important. We'll be using the fill handle to easily copy stuff in Excel, and I'll kind of demo that for you. And then finally, in graphing, we want to be able to create a graph and then edit and modify and change that graph. So to create a graph literally takes 5 seconds. But then you can spend a lot of time editing and changing it up if you want to. Believe it or not, you guys already know a lot about that. You just don't know that you know it. Because all of the stuff that you learned in terms of formatting objects, that's what you're going to be doing with all of the different little components of a graph. It's basically just objects on top of objects on top of objects. So that's where we are headed. So get geared up, and don't forget, if you have any problems along the way, do a private comment on any given assignment. If it's specific to assignment, you can always email me. I also am available to doing demos with this. I expect there's going to be some people that might need to do like some screen demos so that we can meet up in the Google Meet, and I'll be able to kind of show you how to do things as if I was in the classroom. So there we go. See ya.